Rap music is down 40%.
Delivering this message about stats in a bonnet and these glasses in black and white.
It's a fact.
He says it's a fact. We just supposed to take it at face value.
DIY.
Okay, DIYers. So recently, there were some comments that were made by legendary rapper Juicy J of 3 6 Mafia, where he was noting that rap music specifically, as it applies to sales and in the charts, is down 40%.
I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but rap music is down 40% this year.
My intrusive thoughts are getting real loud, but delivering this message about stats in a bonnet and these glasses, I just don't see it aging well in black and white.
Check the charts, check the math. What are we as rappers, producers? Because it's down 40%. Do your research. This is a fact.
He says it's a fact. When we get on these social medias and we start running up numbers, we just supposed to take it at face value. Until you find somebody who leaves information down here in the comments, and this is exactly what happens. So this platform that reposted this video actually broke down some numbers here, and I want to share them with you. According to Illuminate Data, the most trusted entertainment data and insights powers the Billboard charts and provides an essential database for all things film, TV, independently operated. In 2023, hip-hop and R&B made up 13.3% of total album sales, down from 14.2% in 2022. That's only 1%. They go on to say the same still holds true in 2023. And though, yes, hip-hop and R&B sales are down from a year ago, so are sales for country and Latin. Keep in mind, hip-hop and R&B is still holding steady at number 2 behind rock in total album sales. And it's leading significantly when it comes to on-demand streams. They got a chart here. So they say, we're not sure where the original stat of 40% came from. I can tell you, I sure in the hell don't know. But we're looking forward to Illuminate Data's end of the year report to properly assess the state of music sales and streaming. Barry Hefner said, I have a question. If rap is down 40%, what percent has pop, country, and heavy metal been down this whole time then? These are questions I need answered, because it seems like these industry stats only get broadcasted about rap music.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
In the midst of this, a very inspirational voice that many of you should know of, Wallow, he kind of gave a reaction to what he heard from that particular video that I shared with you.
But let me say something, Juicy J. I don't agree with you. You was wrong. When you birth something, everything that you birth is a part of you. We can play this category game, but one thing about us, it's this thing that took place, that came from the struggles that took place in the ghettos of America, and it's a sound that's called hip-hop. We control cool. We birthed a lot of different categories of genres. We control cool. That dress, the way we pop it, that lingo, we're not gonna do that. Don't do that, Juicy. Don't be putting that type of information out talking about, no, how can we be down? How can we be down? Is you adding these numbers up or everything? Don't let them finesse you with these categories.
What I love about this point is that I wonder at what point did we get so attached to the chart system, the validation of entities that were not here when it came to birthing this genre, when it came to validating and putting it together? When did we become so obsessed with their viewpoint or their metric system that we let it be something that is a call for us to come together and fix this problem? The connection of there's something being wrong with the art form because of one segment, one that looks so large on TV, talking about mainstream rap. It looks so larger than life, billboard size on TV, but it's really this small when you think about the amount of artists in the world, the amount of rappers in the world, the amount of producers in the world, the amount of independent, the amount of up and coming. Those are two different things, by the way, who are both trying to find their way as small businesses or to that traditional industry. How can it be that we use these metrics and then we say, damn, now there's a problem? And if there is a problem, is it the sales that's a problem? Or could it be the art that these artists are putting out? Music producers, rappers, and singers, are you looking to get some constructive feedback on your newest music? Joining Critique My Beats is super easy. All you gotta do is reserve a pass at critiquemybeats.com. Click on book a slot and choose if you wanna get 1 beat review, 2 beat reviews on our live stream every Monday. Best beat and best song of the night is going to win a cash prize. Join us at critiquemybeats.com. I want to follow this up with another post that I got from Wallow's page. He had an open letter to hip-hop. The landscape of the rap industry is undergoing a remarkable transformation, and it's becoming increasingly evident that today's fans have become more discerning and sophisticated in their taste. Yet it's intriguing to observe that many artist teams have yet to catch up with this evolving dynamic. The era of relying solely on flashy jewelry, ostentatious fashion choices, references to drugs, and flaunting firearms to capture attention is fading into obscurity. What truly resonates with audiences now is not the gimmicks, but rather the power of authentic, high-quality music. For a significant period, it seemed like attention-grabbing antics and manufactured controversies were the driving force behind the rap game's success. However, this era is gradually drawing to a close. The numbers, particularly those on platforms like YouTube and Spotify, Apple charts, are painting a starkly different picture. They reveal that it's not the manufactured motion or shock value that propels artists to the forefront, but the quality of their music and the genuine connection they establish with their audience. In this transformed landscape, the practice of paying for a feature from a more established artist no longer guarantees success. It's increasingly apparent that each artist has their own unique impact, and success is often built on individual merit rather than collaborations alone. This shift underscores the importance of owning one's craft, producing compelling and resonant music, and cultivating a genuine fan base. In essence, the rap game is experiencing a significant metamorphosis, and artists and their teams must adapt to this new reality by prioritizing musical authenticity and the cultivation of a devoted fan following rather than relying on outdated gimmicks and manufactured trends. I wish you all the best, respect and love. Wallow 267.
Keep the suits out the booth.
I think Gen Z gets a lot of shit, sometimes from me too. I got younger sisters that are part of the prime of Gen Z. They get shit for some of the takes that they have and some of the perspectives, but one thing I really appreciate about Gen Z? They're making people have to show their true self if they want to make money. There was a generation in which if you had a high definition camera, doesn't matter if it was in the 90s or the 80s, and you could shoot an infomercial, people would pretty much buy whatever bullshit you brought to them because it looked like money. You could be selling your entrepreneur 17-step hardcover book in an infomercial. And if you were standing in front of a yacht in a mansion, people were like, that man's on to something. Not knowing whether or not what you were saying had any kind of validity or authenticity to it. What I love when I see the social media age of Gen Z is that they're asking you, put that camera away and put out the same camera that I have on my phone and talk to me. Don't believe it? Let me ask you this. How many companies have you seen in the last month? $1 million, billion-dollar companies that have shot ads to get your attention that are cell phone quality. It's almost like they're saying that it's too overproduced. With that said, the way that this translates to what's happening right now with hip hop, I still stand by this theory that not only are the Gen Zers prioritizing mental health, but in the process, they're prioritizing the imagery that they line up with. And that's not to say that they're odd. I'm obviously coloring with a very broad stroke. The thing we got to recognize about a younger demographic, even if they're not always the buying demographic, whatever their habits are, because those are the hyper consumers that stream your music, the hyper consumers that watch your videos when they drop, the hyper consumers that leave comments when everybody else is at work or at school, they're valuable. They're valuable because of the attention they can give. They're valuable to the companies that spend money on advertisements. They're also one of the most important in the household when it comes to parents. When it comes to everybody else. How many decisions are affected by Gen Zers when it comes to their parents? What clothes that they buy, what food that they buy, what stuff that they don't buy. All these things are affected. So with that said, that affects all industries. And right now, what we're seeing, and I hate to say this about Juicy J because I feel like one amazing thing he does is he stays tapped in with the youth. But it feels like you can be so stuck in a box that you don't realize you're in a box anymore. Or you don't even realize how small that box has become. I challenge Juicy J and so many other artists that we have grown up, some of us grown up looking up to as trailblazers in what they do. And we tell them, look further than what you're seeing amongst your peers in the mainstream. There's tribes out here. Hip hop is getting deprioritized in a lot of these circles. Some folks are switching gears entirely away from music and getting into movies. Some are just finding ways to generate income, and music is not part of that plan for them. When I push this DIYer brand,
DIY.
it's not about it being a middle finger to the machine. It's not about it being a middle finger to anybody. It's about, you know what? I am uncomfortable in this space. I feel like what I am doing is not being valued. And I feel like when I share it with everybody else, they don't quite get it. And you know why? Because it's not for them to get. It is for you to begin and do it and start it yourself. Stop looking for the validation, please. And I issue this to anybody who is still looking to the mainstream for answers. They are not your daddy. They are not going to save you. I feel like lyricism should be pushed to the forefront. I feel like they should be signing artists with actual office. They're not in the business of making great art. They're in the business of making great money. They've always been. So, ball's in your court now. What you gonna do with it? But those are just some of my thoughts. DIYers, you let me know what you think.
DIY.
DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.